using the
National Football League.
Whatever the name is, the Chiefs. Yeah, and I'm going to show you how fast the quarterback is if you run off it.
Finally time to crown a champion.
Versus my dad,
I'll hand it over to the two men who will call the action. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And I beat him by
Coach,
1.
thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight it's all on the line. Replay for the Lombardi Trophy. The first Super Bowl of the new decade, Super Bowl 54, is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Covers.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now the third leading rusher of the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Tyrann Mathieu has a cornerback's build with safety skills. The Honey Badger knows where the football is.
Here's gone. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Let's go.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. Evades the tackler, and now some space.
Did I just get a touchdown?
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And I'm sure for these guys, a break from the conference championship to the Super Bowl seems so long. To get out here and score that first touchdown has to take some tension out of the game.
I love the point you just made about the gap between. Think about the pressure that is built in the interim. To come out and get the first points in the Super Bowl, fantastic for the team.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Los Angeles coming onto the field here. You know, week 1 they had to go all the way across the country to Carolina. Did get the win 30-27 despite a slow start. Curious about that run game, though. Todd Gurley came on late like the rest of the offense, but really was not a factor in the first half.
And that's a little bit of a surprise because all offseason we were told what? Todd Gurley was fine. Don't worry about Todd Gurley. He'll be okay. Only 5 carries in the first half. Malcolm Brown carried the load, but he did come on in the second half. Finished with 14 carries, 97 yards, and they were Todd Gurley. That's a big win for the Rams going on the road week 1 and playing in the heat in Carolina.
Throwing on third. Gone. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
He just got a
His first catch, good for 16 and a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. Airing it out deep for Wood. He's got a man. Complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
On first down, it's Gurley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. First catch of the game for Cooks. That'll be a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices,
and it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Zed slot.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Shotgun snap.
Look how fast this dude is. Look how fast this guy is.
Down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. When plays break down, that's normally when Mahomes is at his best throwing the football, but as we saw, he can run it too. Last year, 60 carries, 272 yards, great elusiveness and speed, and the Chiefs obviously don't want him to be a running quarterback, but if he sees an angle like he did there, any opening, he has the ability to take it and run.
I love
Give
this
him
quarterback.
15 yards on
awesome.
that one. Kansas City has a first down. Back-to-back good
okay, I'm not going to
plays.
throw
Have him on the move on first down.
X.
Now here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
Brutal.
And he takes it all the way
I'm getting the quarterback a touchdown.
Mahomes finding his tight end Kelce for a big one. 46 yards. These two teams all tied after one. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown for the quarterback.
Patrick Mahomes taking it in. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. I don't think anyone
that was
in the
so
building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their
There's two
faces.
touchdowns already in the middle. In the second quarter.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 3,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Dude's trying to juke my team. My guy's the juking master.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. This one to the left to Higbee.
Down.
Make that now 3 straight 2-yard gains.
he wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Click return.
Here's Johnny Hekker now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown.
I just clicked return middle, but I forgot to go second.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chiefs will take over at their own 20. Kansas City 1-0 as they take the field here. They beat Jacksonville week 1, 40-26. Sammy Watkins was really the headliner. He had 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, 3 total. He was explosive.
198 receiving yards. Both of those were career highs, and that's what people expected when he was drafted so high when he went to Buffalo. Now we're seeing it, and it comes at a great time for Kansas City because Tyreek Hill got hurt in this game. Clavicle, sternum trauma, they call it. He'll miss a few weeks. But the beauty is if Sammy Watkins plays to that level, don't forget they also have a tight end by the name of Travis Kelce. So they have a chance to be okay until Tyreek Hill gets healthy.
All the way down to the 36-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play.
I just got bonded like 5 times.
Yards.
Why stick?
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down
I'm just running.
40 now for first and 10.
Juke.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head. It's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Aqib Talib, the veteran Pro Bowler, there to get a hand in, knock it away. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
I'm doing X.
Mahomes now to throw.
Tackle me.
At the 7.
Thanks.
And he'll be brought down.
I'm getting another
face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is
another touchdown with Bitcoin in there.
Confused, because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Patrick Mahomes, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Kicker's so slow.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Well, partner, I want to revisit week 1. I got your positive takeaways from the first week of the NFL season. How about the bad stuff?
Well, let's pump the brakes a little bit on the Super Bowl celebration in Cleveland.
Yeah.
They have to win some games first, and maybe now that's the best thing that could have happened to them. Maybe they can settle in because that's a good roster. Miami, we suspected it was going to be rough. I don't know that we suspected that bad on opening day. Jacksonville, the defense is supposed to carry this team. They got torched by Kansas City. And Pittsburgh just didn't show up against New England. And I don't think we expected that at all because I thought Pittsburgh's defense was really good in the preseason.
Now gone. And Woods has it complete. And he gets it down to the 32. Woods coming off by far the best year of his career. 86 catches, over 1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that. But, boy, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl last season. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively.
Guys, I
like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Defense.
That was me.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10.
Wow.
From the red zone now. Goff. Throwing over the middle.
Good throw, quarterback.
Incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Goff now looks to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And this is caught.
I honestly don't care about that.
Robert Woods, as the first half is winding
I don't
down,
care. I'm just doing
as his
this.
guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing.
They don't miss.
Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter,
Except
a
for
half,
that
a game,
one time.
a series, whatever.
My
But
last
they're finishing the
stream, I just
first
did
half
like
in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either.
I'm
Well
gonna turn in the
done.
middle.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Fielded about a yard deep. And get across the 20
That is
before he's
juke
brought
juke
down
people at the same
at
time.
about the 23-yard line.
Juke juke juke.
The offense now at the line, ready for their
Crystal,
next
look how
drive.
fast this
They
guy
have
is.
the
Ready?
lead now. They'll be looking to
Look, look.
extend that
Do, do,
lead.
do, 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 do,
This
do,
is
do.
where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite
Ready?
subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them.
I don't know, but I just started the stream 18 minutes ago. That's fun. Not the one that you missed this to the one that I just did. It's called Fast QB.
Because you are looking for some separation
Chiefs is so
in this ball
fast.
The
game.
adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing,
Ready?
hit them with something else.
The Saints. It was hard. I was on pro.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Dad, I just
Now
did a
it's
stream
1st
that's
and
called
10,
Fast
a big
Quarterback.
mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Yeah, because I'm using the
Flushed out
Chiefs.
right.
This dude's so
And
fast.
inside the 20 before he's brought down. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Eluding the
Third
pressure
touchdown?
right. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Juke.
Escaping the...
Third touchdown with the same quarterback.
Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Okay, that was a horrible
He's eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Let's go, I got it.
Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. He's having a day here in quarter number 3.
What time is it? 8:44.
Touchdowns, every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, third quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. There's a ball thrown right side. Incomplete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's second down. Well, at some point during this broadcast, we had to bring up the Antonio Brown saga, and that moment is right now. I got to get your thoughts. I've got to get you on the record. What do you think of all this?
Well, when you go back to Oakland, and you know about my relationships with the head coach and the general manager there, but putting that aside, one, never would have made the deal for him. I just never saw him as a guy that was going to go from place to place and be the influence that you want in a locker room, and that proved to be true in Oakland. Now he gets a new start, kind of a fresh start, to put it mildly, in New England, and they seem to be all on board with that. But that has to be the one team that can take him because they have a head coach there that if he doesn't do what the head coach wants, he actually will get rid of it. If he went to another team, they would try and continue to make it work, and that might grind down a team in a locker room, but that won't happen in New England. So if he's still there, that means it's working well. Otherwise, he'll be out of there fast.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to look deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 65 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
My guy tackled
across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
From the 25 on second down, Goff. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Goff. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Dang, guys, I'm going to end the game. I'm going to end the stream here, I know. Just that it's getting too long. Bye, guys.
After that completion, you can